You know where we're going.
We're going now. Woo!
All right. Woo, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. My name is Tom.
Hi, Tom.
I'm a fantasy sports addict.
And my name is Ryan.
Howdy, Ryan.
And I, too, am a fantasy sports addict.
Yes, indeed. Yes, you are, sir. Today, this late Tuesday podcast, we're going to be talking about the Fantasy Sports Trade Association winter meeting mock draft they had just a week ago.
Yeah, it was like the 19th, I believe.
Now we can't afford to go to these things, but someday we will.
We'll get to that, but first,
There's a thing.
I just want to mention, normally we do like Q&A, the questions and answer fixed here right now, but we're skipping that. I just want to mention a comment from one of our YouTube viewers, CY Maddox 31.
Cy Maddox 31.
Picture of Greg Maddox, Cy Young, number 31, whatever. Like, right. Again, I love Maddox growing up and all this.
He's a baseball fan. Was mad at you?
Well, the first thing he says is that our intro is very obnoxious.
You're goddamn right it is. Woohoo!
Yeah!
Yes!
Like, you don't like it, you're on the wrong channel. Like, I was saying it brings up our energy and, it works for us. We like hooting and hollering and, yes! All right!
Woo! I don't have a horn or anything. We do need a wider variety of instruments. I will agree with that, but...
Yeah, we're working on it.
I mean, you're goddamn right it's obnoxious, motherfucker.
But we like it, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's what works. It's what sells, baby.
But then immediately after that comment,
there was more.
Geez, dude in Hawaii shirt is fucked up.
Who was wearing a shirt?
I was wearing my Hawaii jersey, so obviously...
So it wasn't a shirt, though.
No, it was a jersey, like an actual baseball jersey from the college team, but whatever.
But, whoa, I wasn't on set with anybody who was fucked up.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. First of all, like, I wasn't even fucked up. Like, if you want to see a video where I might be fucked up, watch an hour 3 of our live stream where we've been going for 6 hours.
Watch the last part. Yeah.
That video is really straight. But, like, honestly, like, those are you two fucking comments. Like, who gives a shit? It's America, goddammit. And, like, I'm sorry. I like to come home from work and drink a beer and eat a steak and watch or talk about sports, goddammit.
Fair enough. I mean, I guess just as a little quick testimonial here, I'll just say that whenever you think Ryan's drunk on set, I'm far drunker. I play a perfect straight man, but like at any given time, I would say I'm like 5-6 beers ahead of you in a given day. Is that fair to say?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, it's fair to say. I'll drink you under the table, Ryan. We still need to do that Wade Boggs thing.
All right. Anyways.
Really? You're just going to gloss right over that?
Glossing right over it.
No. Wade Boggs, dude. We're going to do the Wade Boggs thing, and I will guarantee you that I will drink 70-some beers, and you'll stop at like 30.
So, anyways.
Are you still glossing over it? What is anyways? You're going to gloss over it. You're going to complain that somebody thought you were shithoused. And I'm coming to your defense, and you're still not even going to indulge me a shithousing competition.
You're wanting us to live stream, like, drinking ourselves to a state where I don't want to be.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Well, maybe it's worth some YouTube donations. Let's be honest. The YouTube donations right now are blowing up.
Absolutely. First, we want to thank Justin B.
Okay.
From here on out, he's now J Money Smooth.
J Money Smooth. Is that what you said?
J Money Smooth.
Okay, what does that mean exactly?
Well,
his money is so smooth.
Well, Jay Smooth, I just picked him back up in a basketball league or two.
Okay, so you're gonna tie it to your teams and a little self promotion.
Well, it's I was a big fan of Jay Smooth, but whatever. But he's donated to us now for the third time. Like we got him into your basketball league, and then he donated, and we joked about him buying a
Buying a
team.
team, yeah. No, I thought that was what happened. I thought he bought that team.
Well, he basically just bought his way into our baseball league. I'm just saying it now.
Well, yeah, I mean, if anybody else, I mean, we've got the competition, the tryout.
And a lot of interest
It's
for it.
Oh yeah, well now at this point it's fixed. It's rigged. Ryan and I have never claimed to be above being on the take. I mean, we're on the take. So if somebody like Justin B wants to roll on in and buy a team, I mean, who are we to say no to that? I mean, come on. I mean, you buy your franchise in this league, buddy. Hell yeah. I mean,
We're not above it.
no, graft and corruption. You're goddamn right we're part of that.
We're addicts, not experts.
Far the fuck from it. All right, so Justin has dropped a shit ton of cash on our channel all of a sudden. I mean, he could actually, he could finance a drinking competition, Ryan. I don't know. I'm just saying. I want to do this Wade Boggs thing with you. I want to see I want to settle it once for all. Like let's do it. Let's see who can drink more than.
Tell you what.
All right.
We're talking about the Fantasy Sports Trade Association right now.
Right.
It just happened. Our goal is for next year to get a goddamn enough donations where we can pay for our interests to the Fantasy Sports Trade Association conference. There's like membership fees and like let's just say it's like $750 per person. So that'd be $1,500 in a year.
Are you shitting me? There's no way we're gonna come up with that kind of YouTube.
I mean, I'll cover fucking travel, hotel expenses.
What if we just
beer?
Can't we just crash it? Like, what if
we were gonna crash it this year if it was still in Vegas, but then they moved it to Dallas because of the whole Daily Leagues bullshit.
We just need to blast on in through the doors, like lie our way in the way we always have at like film festivals and every other thing. I mean, I know I'd love to be there legit, but that's the thing is if we go in legit, right? Like, let's be honest, you and me, we're never coming back legit at that point.
Well, that's where I'm getting at. If we can get there legit, where we have, obviously legitimacy and like we can participate in this Fantasy Sports Trade Association expert draft that we're about to talk about.
Right.
Like
they're never going to put us in that draft.
Why not? If we can buy our way in.
Well, why are we qualified to be in this draft? We're going up against things like USA Today.
Whatever. Even if we don't get into this draft, if we can even just get into the conference.
We should like drug or kidnap or kill one of the other people and just take their place in the draft.
Tell them, no, we're going to do this legitimacy. So
well, then how are we going to get into the draft?
Well, whatever. If we don't get into the draft, we at least get into the fucking conference.
You said we were going to get into the draft.
We'll do whatever we can to get into the goddamn draft. Shut up. That's not the goddamn point.
Well, now I want to be in the draft. We're talking about a mock draft. Is it an auction?
I don't know how you get fucking accepted into it. All I know is you got to pay money to fucking go there.
Maybe we could be like Justin B and buy our way into the mock draft.
That's the whole goddamn point. That's what I'm trying to get at.
All right. Well, we need to be there is what you're saying.
Yeah. So if we get enough goddamn donations where we can get in, and I'm honestly, I think an entrance fee, we could put our name in the hat to do the goddamn draft. It was a 13-team draft. Like, hey, here's a couple guys who dropped $1,500. Let's make it a 14-man draft.
Well, we just say, hey, it's like sitting down at a poker table, right? Like, deal me in. Deal me in. Yeah, deal me in.
So if we get enough money, we'll do the Wade Boggs drinking contest during the goddamn conference. We'll fucking walk in with beer helmets with fucking Bloody Marys in them at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning where there's all these like experts dressed in their suit and ties, and we're already going to be drinking for 3 hours, like haven't even slept. Like I just had a run on the poker tables or whatever the fuck. Go in there and start slamming beers and making complete asses of ourselves.
We do need to be wearing the soon-to-be newly available fucked out the window shirts, which we're going to start silk screening on our own, apparently.
I'm getting dirty looks from my wife.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, dude, it's because you're missing schmoopy time. She's giving you the stink eye, like the hey, big guy, hey, big fella.
This is what we're doing, love.
All right, well, we're gonna hurry up though, so you can get to the. She's giving you the stink eye, man.
Hell have no fury like a woman scorned for fantasy sports. Am I right?
That cost me a few things.
All right, so let's plan. Before we get started about
You said though, all right, so we got the donations from Justin. We also hit. You said $25, like a rando $25 donation.
Yeah, but I can't figure out who the hell donated it.
I mean,
Bronson, shut up. We know you're poor and you didn't donate.
Dude, what the fuck? Bronson's trying to take credit for shit we know he didn't do.
I just know if we didn't say that, the first thing he's going to do is send us a message. Yeah, you got my donation?
Right. Dude, Bronson, you can't claim credit for everything.
It's okay, dude.
We love you. That's all right. That's why you're
of the year.
That's why you're our sweatshop employee of the year, where you also now press t-shirts for us. We'll mail you the fucking silk screen and the blank t-shirts. You just start making all the shirts for the store. Oh, but yeah, no, 20. All right, I gotta know. All right, so we've had some generous donations along the way. I mean, the list is short, but it's very generous, and everybody we are incredibly thankful for. But there's a new one, like that $25 that we mentioned. Who did it? Somebody take credit for it, because that is hugely fucking generous. Am I wrong? Like that's.
Oh no, it's like more than I ever would have donated to anybody, especially a couple of assholes like us.
Yeah, dude, well, don't say that like when we're trying to generate money for a trip to.
Well, I'm just saying it's appreciated. I might actually donate $25 to see a couple assholes go make fool of themselves at some fucking experts
thing.
Well, I mean, again, it's not so much just the drinking and the making the ass of ourselves. That's part of it.
It's representing the community.
Yes, it's a culture. Like, yes. I'm sorry. The people that play fantasy sports aren't wearing a goddamn suit and tie and being all prim and proper.
No, they don't.
Goddamn bars screaming at the TV screens because their fucking team lost or fucking so-and-so threw an interception and costed them a goddamn game.
Or so-and-so tanked the league, or so-and-so got a trade they didn't get. Yeah, no, it's a lot more. There's a lot more on the line than the experts will have you believe.
It's not about the money. It's not about the goddamn stats and the analysis. It's about the culture and the fucking shit talk and just the love of sports and that competition that drive you to do fantasy in the first place.
Right. Jesus, Ryan, this is so eloquent. I didn't know you're so impassioned. Oh my God.
I am, and I'm even going to write a fucking book.
You're going to write a book? I thought we were writing a book. You're writing a separate book?
We're going to write the big book of fantasy sports.
The big book, yes.
But that's coming. Don't worry about that.
Soon to be in the store.
We're passionate about fantasy sports. We're addicts. We're not experts. We don't get paid to do this. We've been doing it for fucking ever, and it's what we do.
What we do, it's what we know. It's like what Bronson said one time. That how I roll.
Fair enough.
Okay. Hey, speaking of Bronson and how he writes, that kid needs to get to class a little more often. Am I wrong? I just got to say it. Today we're hanging out on the website. The website's blowing up all fucking morning long. It was beautiful.
That was actually a lot of fun, and that was kind of the whole point of the website. honestly, there's not a whole lot of content that's not already on our YouTube channel. Like if you dig through, you can find a couple blog posts we wrote and all that. But the whole point is the community. And like,
Right.
honestly, there were what, like 6 people there just bullshitting and talking about fantasy sports.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I think what we've been saying all along is instead of leaving these comments in the YouTube section, go to the website, sign up for an account, post it on the message board or the group chat. And like, I mean, even if it's not me and Ryan, like, right? You got Bronson, you got actually don't listen. Well, Bronson, let Bronson show you around the site. He's like our concierge. But if Justin's there or Jake or Kevin or any of the people we're hanging out today, sorry, Bronson. I mean, you're like the concierge. You talk too much smack to be the expert, the guy giving advice. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, none of us are experts, and we're just trying to talk
Yeah.
and bounce ideas and like either get talked out of or into a move or whatever.
No, sometimes you need to be talked out, and that's where I'm like, well, but my clone teams, and they're like, hey, no, you know what? I've never heard anybody back me up on the clone teams thing. I just want to say, like, I'm disappointed. I thought somebody out there would be like, yay, clone teams, woo!
We just don't have that big of an audience left.
Well, I don't know. Clone teams, baby. I'm still all about it. But yeah, I mean that was fun this morning. Like we had like I don't know, there's like 4 or 5 of us all there, and actually at one point it was like 6. I mean, it was rocking and rolling in terms of like what our website does. So that was cool.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is it's starting to grow. It's a slow crawl, but like Tom and I, like I'm always there when I'm at work. So if you guys want to hang out and like Tom and I, Bronson's always there, but we're
He's a
starting to
concierge.
get more and more people. Like the traffic is definitely starting to pick up on our website.
It is.
But of course, you got to grow your YouTube channel before people go to your website. Like nobody's just going to go to a random website on the
Now featuring ads, by the way.
Now featuring ads. We're moving on up.
We may have noticed we have crappy ads. Sorry. If you feel like it, click on them. Otherwise, just try to ignore them. We try to make them as minimal as possible. But we are whores, so please, God damn it, click an ad once or twice. How about that? Even if it means you got to go to rehab, which apparently is the most of our advertising. Rehab ads.
I don't know if that's just because it's from the caches and our own computers and they're trying to tell us something.
Yeah, like you two are out. Yeah, that's what I wonder. Like maybe not everybody gets rehab ads, but I'm guessing it has to do with the. Yeah, like they just know how much alcohol we like search on the internet and also talk about drinking and.
But I mean, again, like we were talking about, that's the whole point of trying to go to this fantasy sports trade association. We're trying to represent what is left that isn't being covered in fantasy sports. Like you want great analysis and spreadsheets and charts and talking about players' war and like what they've done for the last 10 games.
Yeah, we can do that, but that's boring. We want to talk about what the hell happened in the last 10 games in your league, where it's like that son of a bitch tanked and I got fucking rammed going against my like toughest competition because he was tanking and he got some easy win, right? Like that's the shit that you talk about in your league. That's, I mean, we could talk about ad drops till we're blue in the face.
But it's just about that community and having, I'm trying to start a sponsorship program on the website.
This is creepy, by the way, but okay, keep going.
Well, most, 12 steps, like what's really at heart is you have the sponsee or sponsorship.
Right.
Basically,
see, I've never been.
Fantasy sports is a lot more fun if you have a friend like Tom and I. Like, I don't think I've ever accepted a trade without running it by Tom first.
And vice versa. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly.
Sometimes, we know what each other likes, and there's some fucking backhanded shadiness where we're trying to fuck each other out of the window. And,
that's all on you, man. By the way, I heard about you trying to go get Jonas Valanciunas behind
I told you I tried to. I told you I was going to before I even tried.
Yeah, but I heard how shady and underhanded it was. Anyways, whatever. Back to it. Yes,
I'm just saying,
There's backdoor dealings.
Some people might, not have that, or they have, someone like Tom where we might not want to tell him everything. There's that like competition and, rivalry.
You can't tell everybody, especially the people that you're most competitive with, right?
Absolutely. So this is just like kind of someone that you can be impartial with and, connect up where like, okay, you guys like become, friends on our website, exchange emails, and like just kind of someone you have where you can talk about fantasy sports with.
The fantasy sports buddy.
Like, hey, what am I thinking about this trade?
Right.
I mean, so that's something that I want to try to start on our website. I mean, that's kind of part of what we're trying to do with Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
I mean, not so much the sponsorship program, but like trying to build a community.
Yeah. The idea that like you can, it doesn't matter who I'm asking. I just need some feedback from somebody on a good, somewhere where there's other people that think the way I do, and somebody who can understand the
baseball
circumstances.
Season's coming up. Like you guys can join a public league together, and like, just that way you're in a league together and you can kind of like, I don't know, maybe become like fantasy friends. Because again, our leagues are only as good as they are because we like grabbed like the best managers out of all these leagues we've been in, and
for years. 10 years, 12 years, 13 years. Yeah. We're old. I mean, we've been doing this a long time. We're fucking old. Speaking of which, somebody was talking to me about Snapchat the other day, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't know what fuck Snapchat is. I'm never used to it.
I guess there's probably, right? I hope there's pornographic implications. That's all I'd care about. I'll learn to use it just for that. I'm just saying. But yeah.
What's out there that doesn't?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, as long as I can figure out the porno involved, sign me up, okay? That's me. That's why Bronson gives me horrible names.
Yeah.
So mean, Bronson. All right, let's get to the real fucking shit of this podcast. All right, so we had some hot titties donations. Thank you for whoever donated.
Absolutely. And then our donation goal is to get enough money to buy our way into the Fantasy Sports Trade Association. So next year when they do their experts draft, we can be there in person. And
we'll read your names. How about that? We should read everyone's name. We'll just drink a beer for every person involved.
And yeah, we're just trying to represent the unrepresentative of fantasy sports. We're representing the addicts.
All right, that's basically
we're not experts. We're not getting paid to do this shit. Like we're just like you are. Like you're listening to this shit. We're on the goddamn same page, and maybe we've even been in a league or two together.
Probably. Hopefully we didn't kick you out accidentally.
If you did, you deserved it. Fuck you. I don't care.
That's true. All right. Woohoo! All right, let's talk about why we're really fucking here tonight. I mean, all right, this podcast is going to be dog shit, and fuck this podcast, honestly. If you're listening to it, you've probably figured out by now this is fluff, this is filler. And yes,
this is a great goddamn podcast. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's still a good podcast, but it's fluff and it's filler. All right. We're talking about a mock draft that we didn't participate in between a bunch of, quote unquote, air quotes, supposed experts, like whatever, right? Like we wish we had been there, wish we were good enough to be there. Of course, obviously, yes. And we could have held our own clearly by looking at these teams. But just because, this is filler. We're going to talk about this experts mock draft because what we really care about is still 2 days away. If what has been said on the internet is true.
And that's Yahoo Fantasy Baseball opening up.
I don't know what day ESPN Fantasy Baseball opens. I haven't been able to track that down. I actually tried, out of fairness. Excuse me, as my soul escapes. I did try to find ESPN and find their information. I was not able to, but I did find the Yahoo information, and that's where we play. We play Yahoo Fantasy. And so Yahoo Fantasy Baseball opens 2 days from now, Thursday the 28th of January, and we couldn't be more excited.
I mean, we
Assuming,
already know that, like, even day one, there's not going to be any mock drafts. And, like, the real drafts, they're not actually happening until March 1st?
well, I think that's what the
Help page said.
right. We posted that on Twitter today, so check our Twitter feed for that. But yeah, I mean, for me, honestly, it's not about when we're drafting as much as I want to get into a draft or do a mock draft and all that. But to me, it's all about just having our dynasty leagues open, having the options to play and just get new managers into our dynasty leagues.
Well, that's the thing. We need the leagues to open. Like, we got all these people interested in doing the tryouts to take over one of our dynasty baseball teams.
Well, and as soon as it's open, we'll get
anything about it. Yeah, as soon as the league is open and we can create a league for the mock draft, then we can send the invites.
right.
Then we can start figuring out when everybody's available to draft, and we want to have the draft relatively early so that we can get the managers from that draft into our real league, so that way they have time to make trades or what have you.
Exactly.
Check out their lineups, get situated with the league, say hi to everybody.
And we might even do like a second podcast this week because this is fluff. This is filler. I'm sorry. It's a fun podcast. Ryan, I like talking to you. If anybody hasn't heard already, when we talk about fantasy sports, it's more or less just the same shit Ryan and I would be talking about otherwise.
You're short selling me, goddamn it. This was a great goddamn podcast.
I'm not trying to short
You
sell.
had my real fantasy talk.
Well, you were so angry at the one guy.
I was keeping it real, keeping it 100.
One hundo? Okay. Well, speaking of one hundo, let's go through the first hundo. No, all right. We're not even going to go that far. All right. Let's talk about this experts, quote unquote, fantasy baseball mock draft. This is a 13-team rotisserie league. Obviously, with the odd number of teams, it's got to be rotisserie. Rotisserie 13-team experts draft at the Fantasy Sports Trade Association winter meeting in Dallas.
Okay, so there's a lot of like actual fantasy experts, like people who get paid like really good
Websites you've
money
heard
to
of.
do this shit.
Yeah, websites you've heard of, Dr. Roto, RotoWire, USA Today, some other places we haven't heard of, Fantasy Alarm, Sirius XM, I guess, and some other shit we haven't heard of. But like, just because we want to talk about rankings, we talked about rankings a couple weeks ago. Some of these are like kind of way out of hand. I mean, this is an interesting draft. It's 13 teams, snake draft, not non-snake, so it means everything circles back around. But I'll go through the first round. Ryan, you want to cover like second round, and then I'll take third round.
And just before we get started, like in your public or even your private leagues, like your draft probably is going to be very different than this one. Like
I would
it
expect
tends to go more off of like the rankings or whatever site you use.
Right. So expert rankings should not be your own, I would assume, right? Like
right. Every now and then you get some fucking crazy wild card that's a fucking homer and picks Kobe Bryant in the fourth round.
Well, but that's kind of what we're seeing in this. I mean, or somebody who's a self-proclaimed expert. You always got that smart guy that's doing whatever the fuck he's doing in the draft, and you're like, who the fuck does this guy think he is?
All right. So how many rounds do we want to go through?
Let's just go through. Is five's too many? Let's just go through 3. I mean, I don't know.
We'll do 4.
4? Okay. All right.
That way we each do 2, and we'll try to snap through it. Like, we'll post a link even in the comments section on our YouTube page. We'll tweet it out where you can actually see what we're looking at.
Okay. Now, the 5th round is actually pretty solid, too. It's worth talking about, but we'll skip it just for time's sake.
Yeah. Nobody wants to just hear us read a bunch of fucking names.
Yeah, like, that's fucking...
I wouldn't listen to it.
Well, we're going to breeze through it as fast as we can then.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about, like, actual analysis of it. All right, so the big surprise. I don't know if this is entirely surprising. So this Dr. Roto, Scout Fantasy Dr. Roto, first pick overall, took Goldschmidt, Paul Goldschmidt, Goldie. Woo, yay, D-backs, woo, yay. Took him over Trout or Harper. And I'm not going to argue with that. Like, that's okay, you know? All right, so the next two picks, we got Trout and Harper. Fourth pick, Clayton Kershaw. Fifth, Nolan Arenado. Your boy, sixth pick overall, Carlos Correa.
All right.
Which is massive for a guy that's barely outside of rookie eligibility, but like, damn. All right, so Carlos Correa, sixth overall. Then we got Josh Donaldson, Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo.
Chris Bryant wasn't up a whole lot longer than Correa, and he goes 2 picks later, and you don't even bat an eye.
I suppose not, just because of the hype. We talked about hype last year.
Chris Bryant's also your dude, and what Correa's more my dude.
I guess maybe that's it. And I don't have any.
Oh, Carlos Correa, barely out of rookie. Chris Bryant, great pick there.
I didn't say great pick.
He was up for like 2 weeks before fucking Correa.
I didn't say great pick. But
you didn't bat an eye.
Well, I think.
Okay, go on.
I was just thinking Correa is more of the conversation piece. Like Bryant, he did have 99 RBIs, like rookie record, I think, for runs batted in. I don't know if that's correct, but I think maybe Correa maybe is a bit more of I think he's a bit more of a surprise, especially. I don't know. That's just why I mentioned him over Bryant. All right, so after Bryant, we got Rizzo, Miguel Cabrera, which I like to see him back in the first round. We haven't seen that before so far. Andrew McCutchen, Manny Machado, and Edwin Encarnacion rounding out the first round.
Okay. Honestly, I really like the way that first round went.
I don't disagree. Yeah.
No, I mean, really, like my first round rankings, like we're each going to do our own rankings. And I don't think mine's all that different. Like I like the Arenado way up there. That's aggressive. Really, like you can make the argument for Kershaw, even though like I wouldn't spend a first round pick on a pitcher.
Depends on your draft strategy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I'm not going to fault someone for taking Kershaw with the fourth pick. Honestly, I think the ideal draft spot is probably number 3.
You like third pick in the draft?
Because that way you're guaranteed a Trout, Harper, or Goldie. I think there's a pretty big fallout after the top 3. Like, really, I don't see a big difference between Donaldson or Encarnacion or Machado or Correa.
All right, so between Encarnacion and Donaldson, there's a difference of like Manny has third and shortstop eligibility, plus he steals bases. So that's the difference, I suppose, there. But again, you get Manny a little later. So Manny's the value. I don't think you take Manny third overall or whatever.
No, I mean, Manny went 12th.
Well, but I'm saying, like, if you're outside, like, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I think there's a difference. And Correa, I don't know, Correa that early?
That's, I think, exactly where I'm going to have him.
You'll take Correa right in the middle of a normal standard 12-team draft.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, let's give me in the second round, Carrot, because like the guy who took Goldie fucking blew it out of the water here.
This next pick surprises me, like snake draft, I'm assuming. So then it goes from Edwin Encarnacion to D. Gordon.
Okay.
Then AJ Pollock, Giancarlo Stanton, Sterling Marte, Jose Altuve, Chris Davis, George Springer, Jose Bautista, Mookie Betts, Jose Abreu, Buster Posey, Max Scherzer, and Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, Schwarber is at number 2 to Goldschmidt. Like, what? That early. So Schwarber's going to go in the set. Is this what this is telling me? That Kyle Schwarber, again, barely not rookie eligible. Again, he's he's got catching and outfield eligibility. So there's the catcher thing is huge, and they're gonna find at bats for him even when he's not catching. So like, I really the second round. Really,
I mean, honestly, between Schwarber and Posey, I think I'd rather have fucking Schwarber over Posey, and Posey went.
yeah, but I'm just not taking either in the second goddamn round.
Okay, I'm not arguing that. I mean,
That's
again,
cracking me out.
Schwarber is at would standard leagues beginning of third, 26 pick.
Is that where he's ranked in like ESPN and shit?
I can't imagine he's too far off.
Damn. I mean, that guy was man.
I mean, can we talk about D. Gordon getting picked before Jose Altuve?
I would say that like I would prefer to have D. Gordon over Jose Altuve, but the thing is, he shouldn't be actually picked ahead of Jose Altuve because Miami's lineup is not the same thing that Houston's lineup is.
Right.
So, I mean, if you're going to take a second baseman with speed that early, I think you take Altuve ahead of Gordon. But if you're still going to take a second baseman with speed that early, I'd wait just a few picks, perhaps, and take out Gordon over Altuve. But again, whoever got Altuve that late, Rizzo Altuve combo from Colton and the Wolfman, Glenn and Rick. I don't know.
Okay.
Now they did double down with another second baseman in the third round, which is fucking ridiculous.
I don't understand. Yeah, I was just looking.
How do these experts fucking do this?
Like you pay for Altuve and then you take Robinson Cano in the third round.
All right, let me go through the third round.
Okay, go through the third round.
All right. So, dude, Dr. Roto, who took Goldie Schwarber, he came back with Carlos Gomez, who I have labeled as a bust this year.
See, I think I'm more okay with this pick than you are because he's adding some stolen base and outfield to his lineup.
I'm just all right. Maybe Gomez goes back to what like some of his career highlights have been with stolen base numbers. He's never really I don't like him for hitting for average.
I don't know. See, I had him his breakout year in Milwaukee and fucking loved every minute of it.
Right, but he's not the real Cargo. He's Cargo 2, and
Cargo's 2's better than Cargo 1.
Nope. Nope. I disagree. Especially and I mean I don't know. Like if you're gonna go I might have gone Lorenzo Cain. Like who went next? Carlos Gomez, first pick of the third round. Lorenzo Cain, second pick of the third round. Then we got Madison Bumgarner, Todd Frazier, which might have been a bit early. I don't know. Ryan Braun, Chris Sale. All right, I love this next two. Chris Sale, Jose Fernandez going back to back. They're the third and fourth pitchers off the board. And then fifth pitcher, Jake Arrieta. And then again, the guy that went Anthony Rizzo, Jose Altuve, got Robinson Cano. Next, we got Joey Votto, Troy Tulowitzki, JD Martinez, and Charlie Blackmon. Now, this is actually where I think JD Martinez should be going. We mentioned that in the
ESPN rankings, yeah.
Yeah, where JD Martinez was ranked so much lower, and for what he gives you with the power and stuff, and that lineup's only getting better. Now, all right, here's the other thing that kind of throws me off. We're gonna only do the 4 rounds, but Justin Upton went in the 5th round of this draft. I don't know that I would have JD Martinez ahead of Justin Upton that much.
I do.
Not that much. Like, and I might even have him in the same round. Like, you know what I would do? I would switch Braun out way down where Upton is. And either like it could have been JD Martinez there where Braun was picked, or it could have been Justin Upton. Or, and then just switch like JD Martinez for Justin Upton, swap them out in that same third round.
Yeah. I don't have these other guys I'd have way before Upton.
Not in the 5th round in Detroit, no.
4th round, I think I'd take any one of these 4th round players above Justin Upton.
Even Carlos Gonzalez, the guy you're just saying no.
over Justin Upton, but again, I wouldn't have taken Cargo there. All right, let's go through the fourth round since we're talking about it.
Okay, we got Miguel Sano coming up this
Oh
early.
yeah.
Oh, and your favorite.
So we got
this perfect
Matt
round for you.
Harvey, David Price, Nelson Cruz, Kyle Seager,
yeah,
Carlos
Gonzalez, the real Cargo,
Jonas Cespedes, woo, Zach Greinke,
yeah,
Garrett Cole, Corey
yeah.
Kluber, Corey Seager. So the two Seager brothers went
same round,
like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks in between each other.
right?
Anthony Rendon,
Yeah.
Miguel Sano, so yes, and then Jacob DeGrom.
Yep.
Like I mean, I'd take probably any of those before Upton.
Not Kluber.
Not Kluber. I mean, I like Kluber's case.
Not Kyle Sager, Kyle Seager, whoever.
I know, I absolutely would.
No.
Absolutely.
No. You're selling Justin Upton short, buddy. And like here we go. We got Adam Jones in the 5th round too. I'm sorry, Justin Upton and Adam Jones should be up much higher. Like they should be in Braun territory. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I don't know why this guy took Braun as early as he did. Even Mookie Betts, like again, I like Mookie Betts a lot, but I'm not gonna spend a 2nd round pick on him.
Well, I mean, same reason you probably don't spend a 2nd round pick on AJ Pollock necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, really, like this baseball headquarters team, like I'm not a big fan of, to be honest.
Okay.
Sorry, Ray.
Baseball headquarters. I didn't see it as that. Where is that? I don't know.
All right, so
well, let's talk about real quick. Are there all right. Are there any picks? That was just 4 rounds. That's kind of, bogus. We talked about Upton in the 5th round, Adam Jones in the 5th round. Is there anything else? Like, did anybody go really early or really late that sort of shocked you?
Again, the Corey Seager is pretty big. Like we talked about him as being a sleeper.
And not in the 4th round. Damn.
4th round. Like, I mean, I'm real curious to see where Yahoo's going to rank him, but like 4th round, like again, I don't necessarily like say that that's the bad pick.
No, I won't say it's a bad pick either, but
I mean, again,
you lose the value.
Yeah.
If you're in a normal 12-team league where rankings are like probably an ESPN, at least at this point, and Yahoo, don't take him in the 4th round. I mean, at least get a little value out of him. Like,
and then, Francisco Lindor went in the 6th.
Yeah.
I mean, again, not a bad pick, but like the rankings of whatever site you're going to be, you can get those later.
You can, yeah. That should at least now they may move up, but at least early. I mean, let the rankings sort of dictate. One guy I noticed personally. All right, so Junko Bong or Gong, he went later than Byung Ho Park. Now, granted, they're at different positions, but like Gong went 13th round. Park went 8th round, which I think is a bit of an aggressive.
Byung Ho Park. What is this fucking? It's got a lock on it. Like what the hell does that mean? Like it was like an auto pick.
It says it's a forfeited pick. I don't know what that means exactly.
I think forfeited pick. So he probably didn't make his pick, and then like he had to come back and pick it later. So again, I don't think Byung Ho Park is actually going in the 8th round. I think that was like dude was fucking tapping the head or something and
tapping the head,
taking a piss. I don't know.
Is that what that means?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that same guy took Michael Franco in round 10, which I'm not. That's a nice value from Franco. But really, all right. So to me, the one that really stood out as like big value late pick Let me go. Where was it? Round 14? Where is it? Damn it. Oh, yeah, here we go. Round 14. Byron Buxton in the 14th round of an expert's slightly deeper league. Like,
Okay,
round
I'm sticking
14.
in the 14th round where Michael Brantley was taken, and I take Brantley over Buxton like all day, every day,
Okay.
by a lot.
Severino,
Severino,
Grichuk,
yeah,
even Brandon Crawford. So, like,
even Lance McCullers.
well, I just, why are any of those players lasting that long?
When like Mark Trumbo is taken, Mark Teixeira, like there's people that like I wouldn't even draft like being taken above these guys.
Yeah, I see that. I see some Brandon Phillips even I might not mess with right now. Like, this I'm gonna call shenanigans on this experts draft in a way. Like, I don't buy some of these rankings. I mean,
And again, I'm sure that like this draft is probably going to have impact on the ESPN or Yahoo rankings. Like I'm sure these guys are going to
maybe,
look at that and probably adjust their fucking draft sheets. I mean,
possibly.
we'll probably do that to a certain extent. Like we haven't done ours yet. Like ESPN's out. We got this, but we're waiting for Yahoo, and then we'll make ours.
Do you have a favorite team in this 13 team league? There's not many that I love. I think we both like the same team, to be honest. I'm looking at it, right? Like, you looking
Yeah,
at
I
the
mean
same
that was
team?
the one that jumped out to me.
Fantasy Alarm, Jeff Mann's Fantasy Alarm.
Yeah, that was when we were first looking at this, talking over. Like we both kind of like the same team, which isn't all that surprising. But
These
you
guys
want to
got,
go ahead and just read the guy's team?
yeah, just for a couple picks. I mean, it's McCutcheon, Andrew McCutcheon, Giancarlo Stanton, Troy Tulowitzki, Nelson Cruz, Noah Syndergaard, Freddie Freeman, Ian Desmond, Evan Longoria, Masahiro Tanaka, Yu Darvish, Jonathan Papelbon, Ben Zobrist, Yasmani Grandal, Luis Severino, Jock Peterson, on and on and on. A-Rod rounding it out somewhere in there. Joe Panic. I mean, there's some like interesting little like there's a lot of little like later picks, and honestly,
It's a good mix of like upside and floor. Like he's got a lot of
exactly,
these like veterans, like Tulo. Like if he stays
yeah,
healthy and if he's healthy at the end of the year, it's huge. We're obviously worried about him and probably
right.
not going to draft him.
Longoria guy, I'm probably getting rid of in dynasty leagues,
I
but like
mean,
that's the
Tanaka,
combo.
Darvish,
That's the
like
combo. Yeah, that's the one I was going to talk about. The combo right there of Tanaka and Darvish. Like, if either one of them is not destroyed, and maybe they're both healthy, like fuck yeah. I mean, he just fucked the league right out the window, especially with Severino's upside there. And I mean, I like that fantasy alarm team myself a lot.
yeah, and like some of these other teams,
Just, I
they're
don't know.
good, but they kind of like peter out. I'd say.
Yeah. Is there any others that you like? I mean, I think we liked the USA Today team wasn't too bad.
Uh, Even the RotoWire, I like a lot. That's Mike Trout, Max Scherzer, Lorenzo Cain, Miguel Sano, Steven Strasburg, Adam Eden, Brian Dozier. There was the Young Ho Park that I think was a fuck up, the forfeited pick.
Okay.
Cody Allen, Mikael Franco, David
David Peralta.
Peralta.
Well, all right. All right. In an experts league, who gives up? Who's like fucking up their pick in the 8th round?
Right.
Like,
That's
we don't even.
unacceptable.
Nobody. You wouldn't even be allowed in our league
Right.
if you fucked up your draft that bad. Like, where you didn't even know how to make a pick. Like, we'd probably be like, "Hey, did you
This
mean
isn't
to do
working
this?"
out.
Like, I think we found another player that we could fix. Hey, this guy Justin donated $10. Like, he bought, and we got a mystery donor now too. Maybe they want a team. I don't know.
Friend of the list.
It's a big donation. Damn.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and post a link to this so you can check it out and let us know
I don't
what
mind the
you
USA
think.
Today team. I got
No, the
one more team.
USA Today team's pretty good too.
Harper, Posey, Bumgarner, Anthony Rendon, J Up, Adrian Beltre, Adam Wainwright in the 7th round. And I don't love Brett Gardner, but I see the value. Kenneth Giles, Addison Russell, Billy Burns, your guy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is not.
Iglesias, McHugh, Brantley,
They got our sleeper here,
Miller.
Jonathan Scope in the 19th round.
Yeah.
I mean, this team's not
I
terribly
mean,
bad.
Alex Cobb in the 26th.
Yeah. I mean,
USA Today's team's pretty goddamn good.
it's either USA Today or Fantasy Alarm. I mean, those are the two favorites. That's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, I hate to say it. Like, I think those are our two favorites. We'll post it. Like, did we tweet it? We'll retweet it, I guess, if we didn't already. And then should we post it to the website? Can we even do that? Is that like legal, or can we post a link to it or something? And
Yeah, we can post a link to it.
okay. I mean, again, it's just like, this is bullshit. Like, fuck these experts. Like, none of these people drafted all that awesomely.
And again, we're mainly just kind of talking about it because we're waiting for the
Well,
baseball sites to open up at this point, and we can do
it
our
didn't
own
start
mock
yet.
drafts and shit. Yeah.
I mean, we're like probably like 40 hours away at this point, maybe. So it's almost there.
Yeah, we're getting there. I mean, we could have talked about like basketball. I mean, Blake Griffin is obviously in the news. Like he was supposed to be back on this road trip, but got in a fight and broke his hand punching the personal trainer in the fucking head a couple times.
Well, I mean, you can never do that, especially when somebody like Bronson's trying to trade you.
Yeah, in our dynasty league, we brought Bronson in, and
I
he
traded
was
him.
trying. Yeah, Tom traded him to Bronson, but Bronson was trying to flip him, but then he got hurt, and now with the broken hand and all that, like honestly, Bronson should just fucking wait and try to trade him next year.
Yeah, I think unless it's another tanking team where you can get dynasty equivalent value, which sometimes happens. That can happen, but it doesn't normally happen, I suppose.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I've been able to do it. You just sell somebody on the value, like, hey, this is Blake Griffin, man. We're talking about
dynasty leagues, you can do that. Like year to year leagues, you're just like,
yeah, no, if you're in a year,
flunked.
yeah, if you're in a year-to-year league, there's no way you should even try to trade Blake Griffin right now.
Unless maybe it's to the fucking first place team who can ride it out.
But even then, like, they're probably not gonna. I mean, realistically, let's be honest.
Right.
But whatever. I mean,
yeah, I mean the main thing is as long as he comes back for the fantasy playoffs, like that's why I was saying like a top place team can trade for him and still make the playoffs and hopefully get him back and get him on a discount, and that could be huge.
right. Well, and I'm just gonna say at least Bronson's got him and I don't.
Well, Mike's happy with KD. He went off for like 44 points tonight or something, and he just told you could have as much Anthony Davis as you want.
No, I know. Hey, Mike, I know. Hey, Mike knew what he had. Mike, and he even said it. We said it in our 2.5 hours of negotiations. I mean, it was. He knew what he was doing. He knows the plight. He's heard the podcast. He's heard the broadcast. He knows what's up. I got to get me double Anthony Davis. He's got the team with Anthony Davis. He's gonna break me over the table for him, and I'm just lucky he didn't break me over the table harder. I mean,
he could have and should have.
I'm glad he didn't. I'm happy the way it turned out. I mean, he got his Kevin Durant, and I got my Anthony Davis, and it only cost me a small piece of my soul, which was there's barely left anyways. And hey, That's it's the nature of fantasy basketball, I guess. Right? I mean,
Yeah. I was pretty happy. I traded Georgie Dieng and my first round pick next year for Devin Booker.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm still huge on Dieng, but that's my punting team. I already have too many front court as it is, and I needed a shooting guard to get threes and playing the homer and
Ryan,
Booker's going to be on my team for the
shut
next 15 years.
up! I just want to say real quick, I hate you so much. You always get to yell at me. I'm yelling at you right now. You ass. You ass and you asshole. You totally stole my player. I was all telling you, oh, I'm gonna trade for Booker. We're talking about it in our live stream. What happened? Oh, you sniped me. God damn you. Oh, god damn it. You totally sniped me.
It's what I do.
I know it's what you do, you fucking fuck. God damn it. Oh.
I got a huge smile on my face. You can't see it right now.
I can hear it. I can hear it.
I'm sure you can.
I don't need to see you to know when you're you got that shit-eating grin on your face.
But I didn't do it to fuck you. I wanted Booker as much as you did, asshole.
All right. Well, but we're both Suns fans, obviously. But I'm like, hey, I need some guards, especially a shooting guard. Yada yada. It's like the guy I'm going for, and got a guy that's lined up on a you shit ass man. Damn you. I love it. This is the nature. This is the nature of how.
Well, again, you were talking about doing the trade and all that, but you still had your clone teams. You had to go to the other team, and honestly, a lot of times the best offer is the one that's in front of the guy.
Right. The guy who's there first making the offer. No, I mean, we talked about that this morning on the website, and no, it's all good. I get it.
I mean, again, I'm happy just as a Suns fan and what I needed for my team.
Oh yeah, of course you're happy. You know what always we need for our teams is whatever fucks the other one over. That's the thing we need most on our teams, right? I think that's the truth.
Well, that's why you have so many bigs on your fucking lineup is because I got punting strategy. I got to get a whole bunch of bigs.
Right.
And then the great arms race, which is fucking fantasy baseball, where I had the best pitching staff, and then what do you have to do? You had to go
get a better pitching staff.
We'll see about better. Let's see how your guys' ligaments and elbows and shoulders hold up.
Well, I think they'll be just fine. Everybody's healthy now, so I'm not worried about the pitching staff. We'll see how yours, holds up. How about that? You haven't been through any TJs yet. I mean, you trade off your TJs like they're nothing. I ride it out. Matt Harvey's worth the wait. You Darvish probably was worth the wait. You just sold him off like nothing.
Like nothing. Carlos Correa is nothing.
I forgot about that. You fucking
nothing.
You hoodwinked Joe on that one.
Hell yeah, I did.
Whatever. I still hope it comes back to bite you in the ass somehow. Maybe Joe wins your league next year. I don't know. All right, we got any last questions? You on the page?
Yeah, Mike's here. Catmandu showed up.
All right. Thanks for watching, Cat. I love that guy. He's cool, man. I like that guy. I wish we had a YouTube channel.
I think Dr. Shivano is long gone.
Okay, well, fuck him.
It's all right. Again,
Mike,
check out. Yeah, Mike's here.
All right. So is Mike doing baseball? How are we gonna make these cuts? How do we decide? I mean, I feel like George Sr. in that fucking Arrested Development episode where all the gangs want to get him to join their prison gang.
Yeah, I thought I had it narrowed down to 2, but then the Haitians made a last-minute push and
it was beautiful. I mean, honestly, how do we – oh, damn, dude. I don't know.
Well, again, that's why I think it's instead of having like the same manager for each league, we might just have to open it up and
We might have
more
to.
managers. Because again, we're getting quite a goddamn bit of interest. Like
Well, and
even
there's
way more
so
than we
many.
had for our FSAA basketball league already. When
Right.
baseball hasn't even taken off yet.
Right. No, I
But
mean
yeah,
it's
we got the basketball fans that also play baseball and like, hey, we want in, and then we're getting like people are just finding us through the baseball coming up.
right. I mean there's some tough choices. I mean, I feel like there's some known knowns and some unknown knowns and some known unknowns, and there's just oh man, this is gonna be a tough choice, and I love I don't know. I'm excited to see how it plays out, especially the panel, the
I mean,
judges.
honestly, like donating to us, give us money, like that moves you to the front of the list. Like signing up for our website and like hanging out there and bullshitting with us, like
That
yeah,
moves
that moves you up to the list. Like commenting on our YouTube pages and like being part of the discussion,
that'll move you up.
absolutely. But if you're just some guy we like have never heard of and like, hey, I want in, like, I'm sorry, there's a lot of people that are working hard to get into these leagues.
There were already people working hard to get into these leagues that wanted, like, there are some broken hearts that they're being replaced. I mean,
Well, even the managers we are replacing, like, these are good goddamn managers.
right. And I don't it's one of those things. New blood makes your leagues better. So
So
I can't
stay
wait.
tuned. Once the fantasy baseball opens up again, you know, we're gonna get into a
Thursday.
league to draft as soon as we can. We're gonna try to do
We'll
a
launch
mock
that.
draft like as soon as we can. So
Thursday, man.
stay tuned for
Thursday.
those, and then we'll have a lot of like baseball strategy videos and like pitching strategy, like middle infield position scarcity, no closers, all closers, whatever.
No pitchers.
Yeah,
We've done that. We've
we'll
done it
do it
all.
all.
We have already done it all. We'll tell you how it goes down because sometimes it's not as cool as you think. And
You know,
sometimes it's even better.
before we close up,
What's that?
I
How you
think I think
zip
if
up?
I don't
Zip up.
win
It's called zip
it,
up.
I don't think if I win in your basketball league,
What?
I might be done with my punting strategy.
Are you really? You're calling to the end of the punting strategy for both leagues?
Yes,
You're done with the punting strategy.
I think so.
You're turning it over to me?
If you want it.
I didn't even want it. I'm not even trying to do it. I was trying to build around that and have a well-rounded front court, but it seems like none of these guys can hit free throws, and
Well, I mean, again, you kind of
they
fucked
turn it
that up and went out the window and all that. But like,
over. Really?
honestly, like the punting strategy was mainly because my
Nobody
favorite
else
player.
was doing it.
Well, no, but my favorite players didn't hit free throws.
Okay.
So like again, when I play ball, when I play fucking on 2K, like my favorite players have always been like defensive specialists and all that shit. So like I naturally gravitated towards that. And by liking those players and going for that strategy, it kind of became a crutch for me.
Okay.
Like there was something I was good at. I like these players, and I was able to get them. And like I've actually won with the punting strategy, but it's not fucking easy.
No, it's not.
Like you have to have everything work out, and you can do it. And I think at this point, I can build a better, well-rounded team.
Don't wait. You don't believe in it anymore?
I think depending on the league, it works great. I don't want to say I don't believe it anymore.
Ryan, I can't believe it. I can't believe what I'm
I
hearing.
know, I know. I can't believe it either.
I can't believe it. I'm incredulous. I'm without speech. I have no speech.
I mean, I don't know how I turned my team from a punting team to.
Okay, all right, here we go. Whoa. Let me. All right, you're gonna have to rebuild entirely. You're gonna have to go into the tank. We'll pause for that real quick because we got a question on YouTube. We have a question for Seager, Xander Bogaerts, or Francisco Lindor. So Corey Seager, Xander Bogaerts, Seager Sager. We still haven't figured it out. Somebody chastise us.
That happens. Fuck you.
Bogaerts or Lindor. Uh, uh, I think Corey Seager, but if you don't have to pay that much for him, like Bogaerts is going to go first. It seems like ESPN has Seager ranked later.
Right.
We would normally have said he was a sleeper if he's ranked
Well,
that
okay.
late.
In this fantasy sports trade association draft, it went Corey Seager in the 4th round, Xander Bogaerts in the beginning of the 5th, and Lindor in the middle of the 6th.
For value's sake and stacking up other positions, I'm going to say I'm taking Lindor. I like
Again,
Lindor.
the last of the 3. I actually kind of like Lindor more than Bogaerts.
I do too. You're going to get better value.
Again, like this experts draft, like these rankings are way fuck out of whack, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, like either ESPN or Yahoo, like you can get either 3 of them later than they went.
Why is everybody so low on Lindor? Nope. It seems like he came out of the gate and overperformed his ceiling. And so maybe
I was just going to say because of his scouting report. He was supposed to be like better with the glove than he was with the bat to begin.
Well, and like he matched both. He lived up to the bat hype. I mean, because there is attached bat hype, but over a period of time.
Like I was just going to say it was projected bat hype, like where you can go
down
from
the
here.
line.
Like, even the most biggest Lindor fans like didn't think he was going to do what he did as soon as he did.
And he did do damn well last year. So yeah,
and
Lindor.
Like I had Lindor in a dynasty league and like had on him and wrote his whole thing. So like I know what he does, and like again, he fucking blew me away even. And like I had real high expectations.
All right, so out of those, I mean, value-wise, if it's based on the experts draft we've talked about tonight, and you're taking Lindor later, I go Lindor so you can stack up in other positions. That's me. I don't know.
I mean, I can't argue with that. Like, I mean, again, I don't think we'll see any other goddamn draft where Sager goes in the 4th round.
Maybe. I mean, it's possible. We'll see. We'll see what Yahoo does with their rankings. If Yahoo's rankings have him aggressively high, that's what they have. So yeah, Lindor. I think Lindor in a value sense. I like it. I'm going to try to trade for him in our dynasty leagues.
Okay. What is it? The 16-man Roto Auction Dynasty. You're not getting him off of me.
Well, no, I don't need him off you. I have Addison Russell. I have a lot of shortstops in that league. I forget what I have in that. I have basically all right. So that weird first year dynasty we started, the 16-team dynasty. All I have is middle infield. It seems like I paid for Matt Harvey, Chris Bryant, and a bunch of middle infielders or something. It's bizarre. And it's like the opposite of any team I have.
You did pay a shit ton for fucking Chris Bryant.
Well, I don't mind it now. I mean, I got Chris
Bryant. Like you paid last year what he's going for this year. But, I mean, again, we knew what Chris Bryant was. But the problem is there was someone else in the league that was willing to pay as much as you were.
Right.
I think he went like $1 less than Goldie and $1 more than Rizzo or some shit like that.
Right. I'd still rather have Bryant over Rizzo as much as I own a lot of Rizzo. Just saying. And I own no Bryant otherwise, because we got Cubs fans in our leagues. I love the idea of bringing in a Phillies fan, by the way. We were talking to, who was it, Kevin on the website?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Kevin, we're going to call it just Philly from now on.
Philly?
Yep.
What else were we going to, he's called Philly.
Yeah. Kevin is now Philly.
Okay, yeah, because there was a lot of shit talk going on the website. There was a lot of Philly, Florida, Arizona. Like there was a lot of like back and forth name calling, which was kind of cool. Like I love it when the chat gets spicy on fantasysportsaddicts.com.
And that is why Kevin is now Philly.
Yep.
He was trying to be here for our podcast tonight, but
It's
he's
past
in Philly.
bedtime.
And yeah, it's already fucking 11 o'clock.
Which should we shut her down, wind her down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get the idea. It's time to wind her down. Well, all right. So, the internal clock's ticking. It says, hey, go drink another beer and get your ass in a bed.
Absolutely. But tonight's my Friday. I'm going to get down on my NBA 2K15, my player.
Did you ever take back WWE?
Oh, shit. I was going to do that tonight.
Oh, buddy. Wait. Can we still do that PlayStation thing where you like share the game with me?
Well, I don't think we can both play at the same time. I think I can only share my controller with you.
See, I thought it was where we could like both play the game. It was like friend share. Like it was like I was in the same room as you. That's what
we can try it.
we might have to and do another fucking death march.
Woo! Undertaker
Death
and
March.
Sergeant Slaughter.
All right, hey, if you're ever gonna play a wrestling game, you got to try the the tag team co-op of Sergeant Slaughter and Undertaker? Because wow, we had a lot of fun with that.
We named him Death March.
Death March. Woo!
Yeah, if you don't know, like I used to be a really big wrestling fan. I don't watch it anymore. But some of our videos, I watched old wrestling clips for inspiration before I go off the handle.
They fire you up. Woo!
Oh, yeah!
You did the, what was it? Who are the Australian guys? Or the New Zealand guys? The Kiwis or whatever?
Yeah.
You did them the other day with your rage video for football. It was fun. Well, all right, so let's just wrap it up. Fuck it. It's been a long enough show.
All right, yeah, way longer than we thought. Anyways, everybody who joined us, thanks for checking out our podcast.
Yeah, it's cool. Thank you. I like a little chat.
Okay, this Omar Villaman, real fast, said who would be a great backup just in case for Lindor. He was thinking
Gong,
yeah.
Yes.
And that's probably what we're thinking, actually.
Yeah, if you can double down.
I mean, double down, or if you don't get, Lindor, you can get Gong.
Yeah, but Gong's got third and shortstop, so he's got that multi-eligibility.
And there's infield and utility, and then there's injuries. So, like, you always want to have a fucking super utility player.
Yeah.
Like even if you got a third base shortstop, like that helps a lot.
That's the shortstop. You know what? Honestly, I would say maybe that's a strategy. Have the third base shortstops instead of an actual shortstop. Like,
I like that, but I like my second base shortstop because generally I have more third basemen on my lineup, just filling my infield or utility because they get more power. So like on the bench, I usually have a second base shortstop because those players tend to get injured quite a bit.
Fair enough. So, you beat me to it. I was going to say, no problem. Thanks for listening. And you already said, no problem. God damn it. All right, that's what happens when Ryan and I are trying to run the YouTube chat at the same time. All right, let's fucking...
Woo! All right.
Yeah!
Fantasy guys!
Hey, real quick, Ryan, what's your beer count?
5.
5. That's it.
I worked 12 hours today, and I went to the gym after I got off of work, and I've only been drinking for 2 hours.
You better get started, son. Hurry
It's
up.
just getting started.
All right, you give me a final tally. I want that by the end of the night. I want to hear. I'm just curious, by the way. All right, yeah, Fantasy Gods, where Ryan was.
Fantasy Gods, please let me mock draft the perfect team.
Not like
and
these
add drop leagues aggressively because let's be honest, if you get in a shitty league, sometimes it's best to bail before the draft.
Oh yeah, we've done that. Hit the bail button.
And the wisdom, to be able to find those great leagues
on our website at fantasysportsaddicts.com.
Where Tom and I and Bronson and Kevin and Tom and Justin, J Money Smooth, Mike's there sometimes. We got Brian. Like, come hang out, talk sports.
That's all everybody does, just sports. And man, it's when it's a busy day on the website, we love it. Thank you everybody for making our website busy some days, and thank you for listening to the podcast live. Thank you for asking questions.
And thank you for motherfucking donating. Like, whoever gave that fucking $25. Oh my good God.
I mean, thank you.
We're freaking rolling.
That's t-shirt money right there, baby.
It's more than anybody's ever given us for anything.
It is. No, I mean, well, we swindled somebody $25 for a No movie once, but
they didn't pay $25.
Well, there was that one Mormon family that offered us like $100 for like 3 copies.
Really?
That was at the film festival we lied our way into, the same way we're trying to lie our way into this fantasy sports festival thing.
Okay.
Just saying. I mean, we do our best work when we've lied.
I know we sold a lot of the No movies, but I don't think we got more than 25 for any of them.
No, I mean, we like that one family where they're like, "We'll take 3, please," and like the guy just like emptied his wallet. Like, is this enough? And we're like, yeah, that's fine, thank you.
Which we really shouldn't have even sold them a copy because I'm sure, like,
I tried to stop
after the guy. What?
No,
what,
I tried to. You stepped on my foot.
I did. I muscled you out of there and made the goddamn sale. I don't care. Those little Mormon kids need a fucking eye awakening and see some fucking puppet sex with cum shots.
Oh my God. I was the one that was trying to be like, this isn't a kid's movie.
Oh, that looks so cute. And like, even the pictures we have on our cover, like, it looks like a fucking children's shit, but there's like drug use and cum shots and violence and
it's not your normal No movie. It's not the one Elton John made. Nope. Although yeah.
Although
who
wants to play hide the banana?
Oh God. No. Hey, wait, you like baseball?
Do you pitch or catch?
You see? Oh man. All right, we can't even do these lines anymore. This movie is dated. We can't. This humor is no longer politically correct. Woo, woo, woo. That's the sound of 2016 pulling us over, bro. Our No movie jokes from 2006 are no longer acceptable.
All right, nobody cares about the No movie anymore. Anyways, thanks for watching our podcast. If you actually made it this far, like, give us a fucking rating on iTunes and thumbs up and a review.
Yep, and check out our website, fantasysportsaddicts.com. Hit us up on Twitter at letter F, letter S, the word double letter A, at FS AA. Thumbs up, subscribe. Tell us we suck on iTunes. Actually, don't. Give us 5 stars and tell us we kick some ass.
Yeah, if you're going to say we suck, don't even fucking bother.
Well, unless it's like legitimate criticism, but then leave a detailed analysis of why
we can take constructive criticism. Like,
absolutely.
We don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
like,
no.
These guys are a bunch of fucking addicts. They drink too much and spout off and cuss and like.
Fair enough.
You're watching this.
Fair. That's legit criticism. So if you got to leave that, not just like a boo-hoo 1 star, like leave an actual, like, here's why you suck. And we'd love that. We love criticism that's constructive.
Absolutely.
And we love feedback that's positive more than we love constructive criticism.
And we love donations even more.
Shit, we gotta find out who this $25 like. It's like Bruce Wayne. I don't know who is it.
I hope it wasn't J Money Smooth again.
If it was,
I hope it was somebody else.
If it was Justin, I mean, I think he's just like, I own you now.
Yeah.
He's now the executive producer.
I mean, you want happy, me love you long time?
Me love
at this
you.
point.
Oh my God. Yep. Backroom happy special. How many smiling faces?
And Bronson, like, fuck you. We know it wasn't you. Like, go eat your fruit snacks and shut the hell up.
Yeah, Bronson's eating fruit snacks in class, trying to chat on our website. Like,
we love you, but we know you're not dropping no $25.
No, but whoever did, our generous Bruce Wayne donor, many thank yous. It's beautiful. Thank you. I mean, gosh, golly gee whiz, mister. I don't know. Yeah.
All right.
Woo! That's t-shirt money.
You think I drink too much and you don't like our intros? Woo!
Woo! All right.
Our dog getting pied.
Woo! Woo! All right. Yay. All right. I gotta hit the end button. What a podcast. Bye, everybody. Woo!